Well, shit, folks. We're already back for the second episode of the workout vlogs. I know some of you probably didn't expect me to keep my promise of consistency, but here we are, baby. So, welcome back. You may think it's real late. I've got the low light mode turned on, so we're going to see how that looks in the vehicle. I don't think there's a possibility that it looks good. Just looking at this little screen, I think it's going to look like shit, so we'll try to keep the car recording to a minimum, but we got the low light on because it's actually 5:15 in the evening. 5:15 and it's pitch black outside. You gotta love the winter. You gotta love seasonal depression. Holy shit. I mean, it seems like they want America just to be feeling down on their luck and sad. You know, we're already lacking enough vitamin D as it is. So getting dark at 5 p.m. I think it should be illegal. But that's how I feel about it. You know, I'm not the ones who make the laws or control the daylight savings time. But if you're watching this and you are a lawmaker or a lobbyist, then holy shit, you got to do something about this. But we're going. I got the pre-worky in, 200 milligrams of caffeine in the evenings, probably not a smart idea. I have a relatively high caffeine tolerance, so hopefully we'll be able to fall asleep by midnight or so. But we've had a long day of moving around. I actually am setting up my whole entire front room in my house, transforming it from just kind of a room that does not get used to my home office and my studio setup. I'm super excited about it because right now I have my desk and everything in my room, and I feel like I spend way too much time in my room. So it's going to be nice to kind of separate those two spaces, have my bedroom as a time where relaxation, debriefing with Julia at the end of the night, we get to relax, and then move my office downstairs. I'm excited to show you guys what I got for it. I have a bunch of stuff coming in tomorrow, and I'm going to show you guys setting it up. Some of you guys have seen the background I have in that front room with some of the albums up. I've done a couple videos there, especially my old TikTok days, but we got an 8-foot butcher board table today, or butcher countertop. I don't know. You can tell I don't go to fucking Lowe's much. But we got an 8-foot butcher countertop, and then we're going to put it on 2 filing cabinets. I was looking at these 2 from IKEA. They wouldn't ship here until next week, so I think I'm going to go to this used furniture store tomorrow and try to pick up some filing cabinets to put it on. We got a new boom microphone with the stand, moving the PC down there as well. Got the whole whiteboard set up that's been helping me a ton. Just because when I'm trying to visualize things and planning out content, I'm a visual learner, and I like to just kind of splatter it all across the whiteboard as opposed to nice, neat, and organized in my notes. I think it allows me to think a little bit better. So got a huge whiteboard set up, got the desk set up, and got a huge overhead light as well that I think is going to look pretty good for videos that I want to film in that office space. So going to set that up this week, going to show you guys setting up the office, and I'm sure you're going to see quite a bit more videos as well, more of the sit-down stuff there. But we're going to do a push day today, chest focused. We'll probably throw a little shoulders in there, a little bit of triceps. Had a good weekend. Actually, Friday night, we had my best friend and his wife come down to Nashville. They didn't have the kids, so we went out to a show called Shiners, Tongue Twister. Shit. And it's like a circus delay mixed with some humor. We sat front row, and I got picked on the entire time, and which is warranted. I know what I look like. I know I look like an absolute douchebag, so I expected it, but it was so much fun. I think they were happy that I was a good sport about it too, in terms of picking on me during the show. But with that being said, I had quite a few tequila soda limes. You guys know that's really my drink of choice if I do drink, and yesterday was a struggle. Oh my God, and I'm sure if any of you guys have, slowed down your drinking habits or quit drinking and you don't really drink often, even just a few puts me down the next day at 25 years old, which is kind of sad. But yeah, we spent yesterday, I did 2 cold plunges, 40 minutes in the sauna, and honestly, I had to leave my leg workout 1 exercise early because I thought I was going to vomit. So that's always fun, but feeling better today. Thanksgiving week is this week, and we got some family coming in town, some good food to be eaten, and I'm excited. Thanksgiving is by far my favorite holiday. I don't have too big of a family, so being able to get everybody together, share the meal, share the laughs, share our opposing views on politics when wine is involved is always a good time. So we got a good week, had a good weekend, Sunday night lift, and we're getting it in. So I'll see you guys at the gym. Hopefully the lighting wasn't too bad during this, and let's hit it hard. Get these old joints lubed up. And you'll see, even with my chest days, I don't really do compound lifts. I don't flat bench, I don't deadlift, I don't squat. They're all good and they're great for building up the foundation, but I've had torn labrum in my shoulder, torn rotator cuff, this ACL, this meniscus. So if I can get what I need to get done with machines that are a little bit easier on those body parts, then that's what I do. So I'm not saying don't flat bench, don't squat, don't deadlift. I've just found I haven't needed it personally. And I do have classic boots on. I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret with the boots. I do love them, they're comfortable, they look great, but a lot of people comment about them, and they're very controversial. So I keep wearing them more and more now, just because they are controversial. So you guys will notice that. And like, the controversy drives the comments, it drives the engagement. My first ever full day eating video that I posted, I used paper plates, and I had so many people commenting about the paper plates. So now every single full day eating video, I use paper plates, not just because I strictly eat off paper plates, but you gotta work it a little bit. So first exercise we're gonna start off with is incline dumbbell press. But warm up the shoulders a little bit first. And if you're looking for an exercise that really kind of brings together the physique in my book, growing your delts does that. And these lateral raises, I used to not do them at all. And then I started implementing them like 3 times a week. Shoulders grew exponentially. And for most of these, you'll see 1 to 2 warm-up sets, 3 working sets to failure. And this is the weight for the working sets. We're doing 85-pound dumbbells. I'm thinking we should be in the 12 to 15 rep range with these. If we're going over that, then we up the weight. So that's how I like to stick to it. You guys know I preach, you don't need to lift heavy ass weight to make progress in terms of your physique. If that's what you want to do, if you want to become incredibly strong, be a power lifter, whatever the case, by all means, go for it. All right, a little bit, here we go. 11, okay, that was good. Ooh. 11 again. One more. Oh. Oh. So that's where, when you do have a spotter, it does really, oh my God. That's where, when you have a spotter, it does really come in handy, because I got that 10th rep, but I probably could have pushed out one more with some help, and would in turn hopefully make it a little easier to get 11 next time on that third set. But you know, if you don't have a workout partner, you got to get it done alone. And all my workout partners quit. They quit because I talk too much. Okay, guys, one of my absolutely essential chest workouts here. We got the cable flies. I think you guys have seen these quite a bit in my reels, but you can start from up top, cable flies down, and then I always like to do a couple sets with them at the lowest setting, up. And you're really trying to squeeze those pecs together, feel the contraction, and hit that upper chest when you're going from the bottom. So with an accessory movement like this, I'll normally do in the 12 to 15 rep range, trying to fail in that 12 to 15. And you know, we'll see how it goes. Probably 4 sets, 2 up top, 2 below with these. Where are the handles at? Where are the handles? You know, these are similar to the pec deck as well, similar squeeze. All right, nice, slow and controlled. Squeezing at that top of the movement. All right, I got about 11 and a half there. Whew. I've been a fan of the all green recently. The different shades of green in the fall, especially. And you know, I've talked about it quite a bit, how important hydration is, but you know, I'll drink 3 or 4 of these shaker cups of water throughout my workout. And I'm a really sweaty guy, as you guys know. So it's a little bit more important because I'm losing so many fluids. But if you're not having the best pumps in here, if you're not really having that much energy, up the water intake. Up the water intake definitely helps. I can feel these titties about to be pumping though. Feel the blood in the titties. That kind of sounds sinister. And if it's accessory movements like this, and say I'm running a little shorter on time, I like to superset these. So, you know, do the cable flies, and then we throw some lateral raises in there, hit the shoulders a bit. So we'll do 4 sets of the cables, 4 sets of these. And it's a little controversial, but you know, I like to rep out, if I can't do full reps, a lot of partials. Get that blood flowing even more. And you'll see, bringing them up nice and high. Squeezing those titties at the top. All right. And I think that constitutes a pump cover reveal. Well, folks, it looks like I accidentally hit the off button. I think something on my mic actually hits record, but I missed the whole pump cover reveal, and you missed how passionate I was about the pump cover reveal. one of the best feelings in the world. But we, after we did, let's see, the incline bench, we did 2 sets up top, we did 2 sets lower, squeezing, getting some blood in that upper chest, and we definitely got some blood in the titties. And I don't know if it's this mini screen, but I think this angle is doing me a lot of justice. Thank you, Mr. Osmo Pocket 3. There is the pump, okay. And I don't know what it cut off, but I hope it didn't cut out my whole speech about hydration helping the pump. Too long didn't read. If that part got cut out, drink your water, drink your water. Drink your water for the pump. Whew, all right. You know, I never thought I'd be talking to myself alone into a camera so much, but it's probably a good thing that it happened, because I would be doing it without a camera, and I do it without a camera. And I didn't mention, this is just stellar, so I've got this section of the gym to myself this evening, Sunday night at, 6-something p.m., and I'm working out all by myself. It feels like a private gym. Pretty special. It's nice. Normally there's a couple people, and I can deal with being a douchebag in front of a couple people, but this is pretty special. For kind of my third main chest exercise today, we're just going chest press. So this is not necessarily focused on the upper chest, like the incline we were doing earlier. This is middle chest. And with these, I just focus on, especially if it's towards the end of the workout, doing a little bit higher rep. Again, 3 working sets to failure. Really, really just demolishing that pec. And one thing I do like about these matrix machine, I don't know if you could see kind of at the end, but you need to have equal force with each arm, unlike some machines where, you can kind of put a little bit more bias in with your right or with your left. This will get uneven if you do so. So these are nice and good for balance of your left and right pectoral muscles. I'm super excited. I've got a new project coming, and I may need to slow the fuck down with these projects, because I have 20,000 things that I want to do, I want to accomplish, I want to put my time and effort into. But one thing I've really been trying to focus on is prioritizing 2 or 3 things, doing them extremely well and making sure they're successful before I dip my feet into 5 other buckets. Because and a lot of people talk about this too, if you put your effort into 20 different things, you're only going to be able to put a minimal amount of effort in all 20 of those buckets, rather than if you were to put maximum effort into 2 or 3 buckets, you would succeed at those things much quicker, and they would go a lot smoother for you, and then you can take that experience and hop onto the next. So with that being said, I do have plans in the next couple months to build a home gym setup, and the location is not really set in stone yet. There's kind of 2 different options. The house I currently live in has a garage. That space I was thinking about turning into a gym, and then I have another spot in the works actually where I may be doing a a home gym and more of a barn setup. So I will keep you guys updated with that, but I'm in talks with a company about setting me up with some equipment for that gym and making an entire series of building that gym, training in that gym, and working there. And I think it's going to be incredibly stellar for future collaborations, and being able to make the best quality videos that I can make. Just because, I mean, this is an amazing setup here where I'm in here alone, but we don't get this, you know, very often. So being able to save the time of traveling back and forth to a gym and being able to have a space where I have complete control over what I want in there and what I'm doing in there, I think it really could level up the content in terms of all my platforms. So stay tuned for that. It's not going to be happening before the end of the year or anything like that. You know, my lease is up in this new house come April 1st. So if I decide before then that we're staying in that house, I'll probably build the gym in there, you know, in Q1 of 2025. If not, I'm probably going to get to work on the other location, you know, a couple months into 2025. But there is a full gym coming. I will be building a gym. I just don't know exactly where it's going to be yet, but I'm excited, very excited. It's a dream come true. And sometimes, oh gosh, koozie. Sometimes after that last set, I like to drop the weight, do a drop set, and just rep out till failure. Ooh. Ooh. The chest is sufficiently pumped. Wha-bang. So we're gonna move into a couple tricep exercises and then do our cardio and sauna. How's that angle? I think it might be all right. And one of my videos that I'll be making upcoming is gonna be my goals for 2025, and you know, a lot of you don't know this, but the first video I ever posted on social media, on TikTok, at the very beginning of January 2024, was my goals for this year. So I'm excited to recreate that video. You know, I was never really planning on posting it online actually. But I sat there in my room with the phone and the tripod, and I went over some of the things that I did well in 2023, some of the things I was proud of myself for. I think it was 2023 was the biggest year of growth I had, and so I was proud of a lot of things, but I also had a lot of things that I wasn't doing that I knew I could. And I sat in my room, recorded a 20-minute video of me talking about my goals for 2024. One of them was to start making some clothes. Another one was to consistently post on social media, and quite a few other goals that we ended up hitting, nailing. And I think there's really something to be said about writing down your goals and speaking them into existence. You know, the universe is a really powerful thing in the way that those things work out. And if you just really believe in yourself and speak those things into existence, and you know, you talk about it like it's a reality, you would be so surprised how many of those things come to fruition and actually work out. And that's what I've seen over the course of this year. So I'm super pumped to create my video for 2025 for my goals, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. And you know, the goals are getting bigger and bigger, baby. But we smashed them this year, smashed a lot of them. So be on the lookout for that one. 3 sets of overhead tricep extensions. Oh, the fucking backwards cap may give us an issue here. We're all right. Ooh, I love these, love these.
and do a little superset with some close grip push-ups. Really feel, oh God, maybe do like 5 of these hoes. Ooh, triceps are done. Oh. Oh. There we are. Oh, whoa, almost didn't see you up there. Oh. Let's go, little baby back bitch. Oh. And you know me, one set of curls for shits and giggles, even though we're not hitting biceps today. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, and to wrap up the workout, last set of triceps, we're doing cable push downs. You guys know these, nothing new. And before I turn this camera on, I realized, look at this shit, it's absolutely absurd. I mean, I don't know any other humans that sweat that much from their ass, but you know, you can only have so much. There could be worse things, but damn, my ass sweats a lot. All right. And then these, with the tricep push downs, I just focus on keeping my elbows stationary and pushing out at the end of that movement. Oh. You can see this little pocket 3 we're working with. How cute is that? All right. Sufficiently pumped. I always love the push days, you know, getting the blood flow in the chest and the delts and the tris. It's always a great feeling. I have quite a few different goals in mind for my training for 2025, you know, because really, physique-wise, I'm fairly happy with where we're at in the progress we've made this year. You know, you guys know I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't have plans on stepping on stage. Kudos to the people who do. I have friends that do, that are some of the most disciplined people in the world. And I love the sport. I love, you know, seeing it, but that's not necessarily my goals. I'm pretty happy with the size that I am at right now. I do want to bring up a few weak points this new year. I really want to make my core and my abs as strong as possible and really bring up my core strength. You know, that was something that I neglected for many years of training because I always thought that my abs were just not showing because I wasn't lean enough. And then I would actually get very lean and I would not have much ab development. So, you know, abs, 90% made in the kitchen, you know, people say, but you can diet, get super, super lean, and if you haven't built your abs up like every other muscle group, they're going to be underdeveloped. And that was kind of the issue I had. And, you know, they're a little bit covered at the moment, but I'm really going to focus on strengthening the core, strengthening the abs, and then bringing up the legs. You know, I want to bring up the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads. Luckily, my calf genetics are pretty stellar. Thank you, Pops. Combination of calf genetics and combination of genetics and playing competitive golf from 5 to 18, carrying my golf bag every single day and walking, I think had a big thing to grow. We're a big part in growing the calves, but we're going to bring up the weak points in 2025, not necessarily focusing on gaining much more size. But some of my biggest goals in terms of training is going to be flexibility and mobility, you know, because I am here for a good time, but I also want to be here for a long time and be able to do these things for a long time. And, you know, having big show muscles is fun and all, but if they're not functional, if you can't use those muscles, and you know, you're not strengthening your ligaments, your tendons, and being mobile and flexible, then you're going to run into some problems as you age. And at 25 years old, with all the injuries I've had, and not necessarily focused on mobility and flexibility, I see some of those things, coming out in my training. So we're going to bring up the weak points in 2025. We're going to focus on mobility, flexibility, and being the best damn version of me that we can be. And that's something I preach quite often, is that compare yourself to you yesterday. It's easy to compare yourself to everyone and their mother online when there's social media and you're exposed to the top 0.1% in whatever niche you're in. It can make you feel like shit sometimes, but I promise you, if you're making progress from who you were yesterday or the week prior or the last year, that's all you can ask for. All right, folks, and that wraps it up for our push day workout. So we hit a little chest, we hit a little shoulders, we hit a little triceps. Pump is good. Some vascularity there. We're gonna do some cardio in the sauna. How fun is this? It's like we're doing cardio right next to each other. Unless someone comes in, then I need to grab the tripod and run out of here and be embarrassed. But a lot of people ask me, what's the best cardio, what cardio I do, is running gonna burn more calories than this, etc. And in terms of weight loss, you can lose weight or lose fat without doing any cardio at all. And it really boils down to the science of calories in versus calories out. It's just energy. So if you're burning more calories daily than you're taking in and you're in a caloric deficit, you are going to lose fat. You can eat in a caloric surplus and do an hour of cardio a day, but not burn as many calories as you're eating and still be gaining weight. So it really boils down to nutrition. But I'm a huge fan of implementing cardio, whether your goals are gaining muscle or you're just trying to lose fat, because your cardiovascular system is going to improve. Your blood pressure is going to lower, your breathing is going to get easier, your endurance is going to get better. So nowadays, whatever my goals are, whether I'm trying to shred or I'm trying to put on a little bit of weight, I'm still doing cardio. It's just really my food that differs. Now, in terms of forms of cardio, this summer I was trying to get into the groove of running a little bit. I never really got into a huge groove. I was running a couple times a week, but it's harder on me, on my knees after I run, which is not an excuse. Just like anything else, I could strengthen my ligaments, my joints, continue to train and get better at running. What I like to do is usually the Stairmaster, or I like to do incline walking. And incline walking can do so much for you, people don't even realize. And you're just walking. So I do 20 to 30 minutes of this a day after my workout, incredible sweat, and then sauna.
Okay, it is 7:50 p.m. We just got out of our lift, and I feel like I could go and attack a whole nother day. And that's what I was talking about last video with the cold plunge. Like if I'm ever feeling slow in the afternoon or I have some work to do the rest of the evening, hopping in that plunge and getting out, it's like a complete restart. So it was a busy Sunday. I have quite a bit to do this evening in terms of content for this week, some editing, some stuff with my cookbook, some stuff for the big old launch next week. And so it'll probably be a late night, so I wanted to do that plunge and get some more energy. But I hope you guys enjoyed vlog number 2. The fuck was that? How many fingers? Was that like 2.5? I hope you guys enjoyed vlog number 2. as much as I enjoyed making it. And again, I would love your feedback in the comments. I would love to know how I can improve. I think with the lighting in there, I'm going to have to get used to maybe filming in the dark because I think the exposure was off. I was messing with it the entire time. But I feel really, really blessed, and I've been very, very thankful for all the support that I've had recently on all platforms, the support for what I'm doing on YouTube, the support for the businesses that I have going and the businesses that I'm launching, and all the positivity. You know, I never expected to be in the position that I am right now at the beginning of this year when I started. So we're coming up on that time to start a new year, and I know a lot of you guys have big goals as well, and a lot of you guys know you can accomplish some incredible things. So I'm hoping to be a part of that with some of y'all, and I just want to give you guys the words and the belief again that you guys can accomplish anything you set your mind to, you know, and turn those dreams into actionable items, and you know, outline some steps in order to get there, and take that first step, and it's going to lead you to the second step. So thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. A lot of good stuff coming, and have a great evening.